What's up, guys? Coach Chaz here. Huge update today. As most of you know from my previous two videos, I've been doing a lot of running. I'm training for a race every single month until July. February and March are 15Ks, which are 9 miles, which I can already do 7 or 8 miles. Not comfortably, but I can do them, so that's what I'm kind of working up towards right now is a full 9 miles. April, got my first half marathon, thoroughly excited. Race for the Roses in Portland, Oregon. If any of you are near here, we'll definitely hook up, get that going. Let's see here. May, we got a 12K, which is 7-ish miles. And then June is another half marathon. Yes, this is all building up for October, which is going to be the big Portland Marathon, which is here in Oregon. And I cannot wait for that day. It's going to be a full marathon, 26.2 miles. I know I'm going to do it. It's just a matter of when. It's always how you have to think about it. Biggest update right now is I finally got a good pair of running shoes. I've never owned shoes that were over $50, and those were my Nike Shox, which at the time I thought were great. Shox were great for taking pressure off my heel because I have heel pain. So I decided I need a good pair of running shoes. Went to a local running store here, Portland Running Company. They got me fitted. They watched me run. We found out I severely overpronate, which just means I land on the outside of my heel and then straight down that way. So I do that really bad because I'm double jointed in the knees. And I also have really low arches. So they hooked me up with the best shoe I have ever thought about owning before, let alone trying out. That's going to be the Asics, which is the brand, and these are the Evolution 5s. And these are, I can't even put this into words. You guys seriously have to go out there and get a pair. These are some of the best arch support shoes that they had because of my low arches and overpronation. And they have, as you can see, little gel pouches, these little blue areas, and that's actual gel. I can push my finger into it. It's not the crappy little air pockets that some shoes have. So, yeah, I tried these out for the first time just now today, actually. I did a 4-mile run. Best run I've ever had in my life because of these shoes. For those of you who have me on Facebook, you know that a couple days ago I went on a 4-mile run. Only made it 2 miles because I got shin splints. A, because I didn't warm up enough that day, and B, because the shoes I was wearing were the Shox, which I wear everywhere, and I've had them for 6 months. Yeah, what's really nice about these is my favorite part is because I have the heel pain, the way they make these, you can see right here, is it's kind of a V shape, so it cups the heel really well and takes some of that pressure off. And you can't see it because of my webcam, but there's or actually you can see it a little bit, this gray area right here. Basically, the bigger the gray area, the more arch support that this shoe is going to have, just for the Asics at least. I don't know how the other ones are set up, but these are phenomenal shoes. I don't know all the specifics because I'm new to running, just learning about the shoes and all this stuff, but these are phenomenal. I had no pains whatsoever in my run today. I had just general tightness, but as far as pains, like I always have, nothing. And that just is freaking awesome. So as you can see, I'm really excited about this right now because this is just going to take my fitness to a whole new level. $120 is how much those cost. I know for those of you who are like me, you're like, holy shit, why would you pay $120 for a pair of shoes? Go to a running store. Don't go to Foot Locker or anything like that. I love Foot Locker and all those stores, but if you're looking for a good pair of shoes, you need to get fitted. You need to have a professional, an expert look at your run and fit you with the right type of shoe. I mean, they have structure support, style, cushioning. They have tons of different ones. So, sorry, I'm getting myself out of breath again. So, for those of you who are slacking, because I know I did over Christmas, especially, I took about a week off without doing anything. Do not slack. You are on these programs, you're running, whatever you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for your fitness. You don't want to start to get pretty good results and say, hey, I'm starting to see, a six-pack, or I'm getting faster, and then start to slack. Because we all hit that point where we get up and work out again, and we think, holy hell, why did I let myself get to this point? So get off your ass and do the work. If you're going to work out, give it 110%. There's no point and putting 75% of effort into your workout. You're not going to get anywhere with that. The way that you build muscle, the way that you get faster, get stronger, is to build that muscle by breaking it down. That means when you work out, you push past your limits. It's such a mental game. I was thinking about this whole time I was running today, because I hit points where my legs started to burn or I felt out of breath. And that's the point where it just started clicking. Like, it's all a mind game. If you feel that burn, that means you push a little bit harder. You keep pushing through that. Unless it turns into physical pain, which you do not want, that's when you break. But if it's uncomfortable, if you can bear with it, then do it. You push past it, break that muscle down. That way, next time you do whatever you're doing, you're going to be able to go further, you're going to go faster, you're going to go stronger. That's the whole point in working out, is to build. So, that's off my chest now. I've been thinking about that all day. What else was I going to go over? My routine that I'm doing now. I love structure. That's why I went with Beachbody. That's why I did Insanity. That's why I love the programs, because they're structured. I can't just get up one day and say, what workout am I going to do today? Because I end up just picking something I like. Rather, it may not be the thing that I need. So what I decided to do was I got the Nike Plus insert, and the Asics obviously aren't Nikes. They don't have the little hole in the bottom, but they do make a pouch right there. Cost a couple bucks, and you just put this on the lace, put your Nike Plus insert in there, and you're good to go. Nike Plus is a little sensor. It comes with a full-blown, friggin' awesome website that I love. It tracks your distance, your miles, time, all of that stuff. And it's awesome because it goes through either your iPhone or an iPod, and it tells you through your headphones when you hit a mile, when you hit 2 miles, etc. And it will tell you your pace that you're running at. So for today, I told you I did 4 miles. I averaged about an 11 minutes per mile pace is what my whole run averaged out to be. But there were times, especially at mile 3, that's when I booked it. I got up to a 9-minute mile pace, and I kept that pace through that last mile. And that brings me to my next subject. Especially for runners, that first mile to mile and a half is the worst. That's when your muscles are starting to get really used to the motion that you're doing, the routine, and it really starts to burn. You may even get cramps, but this is when you really need to kind of focus on the breath, especially. That is huge. I've been working a lot on focusing on my breath. At least for myself, I was the person that would take a deep breath in, but I could feel my stomach taking the breath in too. This is when you need to hold that core tight, focus on taking a deep breath, feel the lungs expand. That way, the more oxygen you get in your lungs, the more that the oxygen goes into your bloodstream, transports everything else. So that's when you get past that mile and a half, and you can literally just keep going. I mean, I could have done 6 or 7 miles today, but tomorrow's my rest day, and then I have a long run after that. So back to my routine, as I was talking about structure. Nike Plus has a coaching program, and so I set it for a half marathon. Half marathon is what I set it for, and that means that I'm going to be training to do a half marathon. The one I'm doing is a 12 or 13 week program, and it has me running 3 times a week. I'm going to be running 4 times a week, and I think 3 or 4 weeks is when it starts to pick up. So basically, Nike Plus will tell me what days to run and how many miles to do. So I wrote up on my Insanity calendar back here how many miles I'm doing on each day, and based on what Nike Plus is having me run, I scheduled Insanity workouts on the opposite days. So I'm doing anywhere from 5 to 6 days of working out right now. I'm doing my push-ups and pull-ups program, and then I do abs every other day. So I'm thoroughly excited. This is my 4th day that I've been on this little structure I set up. Feel fantastic. I actually want to go run again, but I'm not going to. I have to do push-ups, pull-ups, and abs, which I'm going to go hit right now. You guys take care. Get off your asses, put in the work, and see the results. I just went out and did 4 miles. I'm going to bust my ass again. It's your turn.